I will get you going here shortly. We have about 15 more minutes before this starts. So if you're watching a recording, just go ahead and keep going through until you see me start. Okay, so what you should be seeing is the PowerPoint slide 1, doTERRA compensation class. Let's see. Viewer viewers. Okay, we are just waiting just a few more minutes and then we will get started. We are just about ready to start. Let me see if I can do a chat at the same time. Can you guys tell me who is here? I see 2 people is all it says. still have one viewer here. Not sure who. Let me turn this off. Now do you see me, Stacy? I know you're texting me. Oh, now we have nobody. Okay. I am going to go ahead and get started. I see that people are going in and out, but I'm going to go ahead and start the class so we can get this recorded and going. I may have to stop if somebody comes and knocks on the door that wants to come into the class. There are just a few people that are running late at the text messages that I'm getting, but that's okay. We will get this done. So I wanted to talk to everybody about the doTERRA compensation class. The compensation class will go over how it is that we earn money with doTERRA. Hang on one second. Okay, so the doTERRA compensation class is something that I wanted to share that I find most unique about doTERRA is that it isn't sell type of business. So anybody that's done direct to sales before knows that this is completely different than how it has been in the past for you. Because I use oils every day in my life, it's naturally for me to just talk about it to anybody. It's amazing how I can be in just a regular old conversation with anyone and it just pops right up. And then one thing leads to another, and then we set up appointments and or give samples. Giving samples is always good. And let me put you on pause for just 1 second. Here. Oh, there was a sticker on the door, which clearly is not there anymore. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm going to see you later. That's okay. Oh my God. No, it's okay. And I got one person smiling, but I had it. A sticky? Because I was like, there's no knob on that door, so let me go over here to this other one more. Knocking on the door. I was like, oh, yeah. Is there a sticky in the front door? No, there's no notes at all. Maybe because it's windy today. It's not there. Okay. Well, that sucks. That's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll just leave this door open for a little bit. I got one lady that's running late, and I've already started recording. However, I can't get it to come up on this screen here. Let me see. Uh-oh. You can't see me, can you? No. Okay. Do you want to leave that door open? Or? Yeah, just leave it open for right now. That way, Leanne's coming. There's supposed to be another lady here also. So we'll just start over in just a second. I have 3 viewers. I have no idea who they are. But if I pull up the, let's see, if I pull this up like this, then you guys can see it. But I need to find somebody that is online right now and see what they see. Who's online? Alyssa's online. Let me text her. Can you see my slide, Alyssa? Yes, she can see my slide. Okay, good. We're gonna wait just a few more minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll get started. Because I have people texting me that they're running 5 minutes late. So we're just gonna stop and then we'll start all over when, wait just a few more minutes.
Okay.
So I wanna get you some papers.
Okay.
I say papers, but like notebook paper, but I need you to sign in on class too.
What's that?
You're funny, Alyssa. Alyssa's texting me while it's because it's recording because we'll be able to show it up on YouTube later.
Uh-huh.
She's like, your hair is so long. Okay, so I have scratch papers. You guys take notes. And what I will do is I'll give you all the slides too.
Okay. So the person you talked to about 15, right?
Yes. Yeah, anybody that associates, I mean, you can always mention me too if you ever go to somebody else's class, but yeah, Tina for sure. So Lorraine, you can't hear me? Lorraine is online, awesome, okay. My issue is if I open up my big screen for the people in class to see, then I can't see you guys because, you know, my screen is too big. But I will also email these out to everybody, if that makes sense. DB, and there's one more. 4 that I can physically hear and 4 online. So, awesome. You text me and text me.
Your dress is really cute.
Thank you. I got it. They had something on downtown like 4 years ago. And this is the first time I've ever worn. There is a chat area. I have chatting, but no one is. Let me see if I can, let me pull this down real quick, see if I can. Okay, so I have tried opening the chat function. I don't know if anybody can see it. I wrote on there, who's here and can somebody hear me, see me? Can somebody see the chats? If you kind of point over, if you're on a computer, if you point over to the left, there's little buttons that you can pull up chats for group chat. Hi.
Hello. Sorry.
That's okay.
I was like, oh, I still got time. Let me hurry up.
Well, cool. I have people online waiting too.
Okay.
So we'll do it real quick. There's three people online. You can be my door guy. But there's supposed to be one more coming, but anyways. Okay, guys. Ouch. I hit my knees. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so if you guys need to text me questions, 706-267-9260, or text the person that invited you to the class, because I'm not able to see you guys once I pull up my big screen. Let me find the big screen. Oops, it's not my big screen. This is my big screen. Okay, there's my big screen. Okay, so let me get you some paper.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's always a good sound.
Cha-ching. Oh my gosh, it's so hot too. You can just have it closed on you, that's fine. There's something okay, so I'm recording at the same time, so ouch, other people can watch it on YouTube later. And that's just scratch paper for you, for notes. So what I can do is anybody who wants the slide, I can email them out to you guys as well. And they have my little notes on the bottom. So, because some of them are just pictures, and then I wrote my notes on the bottom for me. But anyway, so we're going to talk about doTERRA compensation, and then what's important about, I can't see my notes. Oh, okay. doTERRA compensation is about sponsor and teaching. It's not about sell, and making a lot of money. It's not like most direct sell companies to do a recruit and sell. There's 5 ways to earn money with doTERRA. Retail, fast start, team bonuses, uni level, and bonus pool. So there's 5 ways. I did not know about the 5th way. That's new to me. Retail being what retail is, and we're going to go through each one of them. Fast start bonuses is your power of 3, your $50 bonus, your $250 bonus, and your $1,500 bonus. And then your team bonuses, uni level compensations for all the people that are underneath you, you get a certain percentage of that. And then the bonus pools, when you're in a leadership role, the bonus pools come from a different pot of money. So you get more. Since there are many companies that have strict requirements, a lot of the questions that I hear of, do I have to order every month? There are some commissions you can receive without ordering anything at all. Are there order minimums? No. doTERRA doesn't have minimums on orders, and is that order on auto ship. Some types of commissions do require an auto ship order. We call it the loyalty rewards program because you earn free products credits while you use it. Yes, you can cancel your LRP at any time. It's easy. You just call the 1-800 number and they'll cancel it. No pressure. And I've had people who signed up with LRP and then turned it off after they received their incentive bonuses that doTERRA was offering, 100 points, 50 points, whatever it was that doTERRA was offering. And that's okay too. The first way to earn with doTERRA is to sell retail, and retail is really what it is. Anytime anybody buys anything from you, if you sell 1 bottle of oil, it'll be 25% of the bottle of peppermint. People can also purchase direct from your virtual store. Everybody has a website with your own name on it. If you don't know where it's at, I can show you where it's at, and you can rename it however you want as long as it's not already taken. And then you can have your neighbor buy something off of your website. You earn a commission for it. You'll see it in about a month afterwards. You'll see it pop up in your commission check, and then if you click on your commissions, when you look at it, you'll see that you'll have a customer that bought something from you. And even if they necessarily didn't even talk to you. Some people just do not want to sign up, so we have a few people who are preferred customers. I only have 2 out of the 82 that I deal with, but preferred customers, we earn 15% back of what they buy. I don't see many of them sign up because most people want best pricing like I get, but those that just want 1 or 2 oils a year may choose this option. It's a cheaper option for them to enroll as a preferred member. They get a discount, but they don't get a big discount as if it was wholesale. So there is a discount, but not as much. And honestly, I cannot remember what the preferred member rate is. It just went up. I think it might be 35 now either way. Or maybe 25. It used to be only 10.
So is it like a Sam's membership where you just pay for the year?
Yes, so preferred member customers, you can purchase it for a 1-year membership, and they can go in and buy whatever they want, but they don't get as deep discount as we do as wholesale. So, and then it does not automatically renew in the next year. And preferred members now can earn loyalty rewards programs with it, the points with it, but I think their minimum is higher than anybody else. The Social Security number used to be an issue with a lot of people not wanting to give their Social Security number that were not doing the business side of it. However, that has now changed since May 1st. So if anybody wants to sign up wholesale, they do not have to give their Social Security number. If they choose to do that, then we'll have to get doTERRA, the Social Security number, later for tax purposes. That's all it is for. Okay. So the second way to earn with doTERRA is the fast start. So whenever I talk about fast start bonuses, I talk about when you enroll someone as a wellness advocate, you receive 20% of their total of the orders for their first 60 days. So if you are just starting off with the business and you have 3 people underneath you, whatever, in the first 60 days of you doing anything with the new person, you earn 20% of their entire order back to you, okay? I like to think of it as the gift that keeps on giving, because when you are done, the person who enrolled you gets 10% and the person who enrolled her gets 5%. Does that make sense? It works the same way. When your new person enrolls somebody, then you'll get 10% on your, then you will get 10% and your enroller will receive 5%. So everybody's still getting something. Remember, it's key that you be the enroller of a new wellness advocate to receive this. So with my team, there's a lot of times I will help one new person enroll somebody, and I don't get any credits. I do get credits of it, but not a big percentage. And I'm okay with that, because I want to build you guys to be successful and start getting more money for you guys to get your commission within your first 30 to 60 days, so you can turn around and spend the $100 back, and you're not having to worry about coming up with $100 a month every single time. Fast Start is paid weekly, so it's always a check that I have a check that comes in every week, direct deposit, and I'll just look at it and just keep going, because I have no clue where it came from. So as big as my team is growing, I get checks randomly, and that's okay. Because sometimes it's $20, sometimes it's $102. So, and then that comes weekly. So it just kind of depends on what's going on with the team and who's doing what way down underneath me. So it's okay. The computer system automatically checks to see if you have a 100 PV order in your basket. So that's why when I stress, leave 100 points worth of stuff in your basket. So when, for those of us that have been doing it for a while, we just kind of leave what we ordered in our basket, and then doTERRA sends us an email and said, hey, don't forget, your stuff's going to process those, so go in and change whatever you want, and then it processes. Because doTERRA would scan each account weekly on Wednesdays, is what I was told, that it will look to see if you already have something sitting in your basket. So even if that's not what you want to order, just have something sitting in your basket, because if you do and somebody did something underneath you, you'll get that weekly check. If not, it goes to the next person above you, so you'll miss out on a commission. You don't want to miss out on money. So if you do not have the Fast Start bonus, it says the bonus is lost. That's why we recommend you always have 100 PVs. And remember that point value does not always equal dollar value. I think everybody's tracking on that part. Okay, so power of 3. So we want everybody to have the power of 3 bonus. Those are your 3 builders. The third way is to learn loyalty rewards power of 3 bonus. There are 3 levels to this bonus. The main purpose behind this bonus is to encourage you to build a strong structure. So this is going to help. I like the way that they explained it in this class that I had attended, because I always call it my tree, which those who have done direct sales before didn't understand why I kept telling we got to push people down to make the roots stronger. So the bigger your foundation is, the better off you are at the top of your tree. So this one talks about structure and restructuring your house, basically. Okay, so when you first start sharing doTERRA, you'll discover that others wanted to share doTERRA too. When you have 3 wellness advocates directly underneath you, we call that your first level. Okay, so your first levels, that if they have their 100 PV orders like you do, and the volume from you and everyone at your first level total 600, then you receive your $50. Okay, so what that means is there's you and the 3 people underneath you doing exactly what you're doing. Now, they don't have to be selling, but they're ordering at least $100 a month of stuff. So yeah, it would behoove you to find friends and or builders with you that will order $100 a month, because that's more for you. However, people are scared of that commitment, and it kind of scares them off. But really, truly, you don't have to have that $100. So it's nice. You'll get your bonus. But I have 5 people on my front line because mine has changed so much. So somebody was doing it with me, they decided not to do it, you know, whatever the case may be. So that's how you get your first $50 bonus. And usually if you have your 3 people plus you and you're all ordering 100 or so points worth of stuff and it equals $600 or more, you get your $50. There's only been a time that I haven't reached bonuses when that person that is on my front line has not ordered anything at all, or it was only $20 or something. So you want to make sure that we get you a nice start on your first level. You receive the $50 check. It is paid on the first business day after the 15th. So not only are you getting weekly checks, you're going to get a check after the 15th. And if you have direct deposit, it's there on the 16th directly. Otherwise, it comes in the mail in, you know, a couple days to get to you. The loyalty rewards bonus for 250 is just basically exactly as you see on the picture. So there's you, your power of 3, and their power of 3. And that's how you get your 250 bonus. And that will be paid to you monthly as well, on top of your weekly of other stuff that's going on. So if you have your power of 3 and they're doing their thing and they've got 3 people doing their hundreds and they're trying to build, then that's where you would get your 250 bonus. And then the next bonus, which I have never reached my 250 bonus, by the way. Sometimes it fluctuates and I'm so close each month, and it happens. It's fine. I'm okay with this. As long as I get my 50, I'm okay, because I feel that I have built enough that there should be no reason I'm not getting the 50, because everybody should be doing what they're doing anyway. So, you know, that's okay. So the 1500 one is a little tricky. I talked to my upline, Ashley, and she hits it every so often. And that is being that you've been on board for a while, your team is growing steadily. So that takes you down to your power of 3 for 50, and then their power of 3 to hit your 250, and then you know those people to hit their power of 3, and that gives you your $1,500. So if your team is growing and steady and doing what it's supposed to be doing, you know, then you'll eventually hit the 1,500 without even thinking about it. So that is paid monthly as well. So, okay, so the 4th way to learn with doTERRA is called uni-level compensation, and this is a horrible picture on the slide. It's very, very fuzzy. I could not find one that you can understand it. This one is also kind of outdated. I just couldn't find a new one that was on there. But at level 1 compensation, you must have a $50 LRP order to process, and you're paid 2% of that. So even if you don't want to do your 100 and you're only doing 50, then you are paid 2%. But of course, if you stay at 100 100 PVs or more, then you will make more money. Levels 2 through 7. So your power of 3 is level 1, and then the next line down is the second level, so on and so forth. You must have 100. You have to have the $100 PV order to process. Then you're paid the percentage on the chart as each level as you meet the rank requirements at the top of the page. Once you've achieved that rank and you have that title until you advance, however, you must qualify every month to be paid for that rank. So, for example, I have hit Premier at some point, and that's what they consider me as Premier, but I don't hit Premier every month, and that's okay. But I still get paid at whatever the highest level is that I make within that month. I usually hit Elite, and Premier is the next biggest jump for me, was Elite to Premier. But I hit it once, And so doTERRA considers me a premier, but 9 times out of 10 I get paid at elite on a monthly basis. Just kind of depends on what's going on with the team. Now, doTERRA is offering an amazing special for $200 more, which should boost everybody up altogether because I already have a lot of people that's bought a whole bunch of that special. Some levels required qualifying legs, which I'll explain a little later. This is also paid on the 15th of the next month. You receive one combined check from the 15th for everything except fast start. So if you get a check on the 16th direct deposit and it's $150, that's not counting your $50 bonus. You can close the door now because I don't know if that person's coming now and it's just hot. Okay, so the doTERRA ranks, we're going to go through that. I'm going to go through each one and explain what a consultant is, a manager, director, so on and so forth. So a consultant, everybody's a consultant when they sign up for a wholesale account. So not meaning that they're going to sell or anything. So and I'm not going to really read off the slides, but it does say that you need to have a $50 order and there are no other requirements. For this leg, you get paid 2% or the amount of the team's purchase on your first lever. Remember the power of 3. Those people are your first level as well as your wellness advocates and roles other, then they are considered your second, and so on and so forth. Manager. This rank requires you to you have to order $100 worth of stuff, and your team volume has to be at least 500. But if you have your people right, your 3 underneath you and you, 9 times out of 10 people go from consultant to director without even really trying because you're just already there. What this means is the PV of everyone on your team must be combined. So anytime they're talking about team volume, it is you plus whoever's on your team to get that team volume. So if I ever run specials and I say I'm just trying to boost team volume, that's exactly what I'm doing. But so it's a win-win because somebody's getting a great deal, whoever buys those specials, and then it boosts up the team volume altogether, and it kind of just boosts everybody up. We call this organizational volume. With this, you get paid 2% on your first level and 3% of your wellness advocates on your second level. All rates for manager and above require $100 LRP. The director requires $100 LRP from you and a team volume of $1,000 or higher. Let's just say, for example, mine averages about $3,000 a month without me even trying anything. So I expect more actually this month because of the specials that doTERRA is offering, which is okay. So I'm like, okay, so if that's the case, then you get paid the same as the manager would, plus you receive 5% of your third level. So this is why it's important that you push people down underneath you and not keep them all on the front line with you, just getting retail cost off of them, because you get paid at each level. And the further down it goes, down to the 7th level, the more money you make. So that's why it's important to build your foundation. The deeper the levels, the higher the commission. Executive. Executive requires a $100 LRP from you and a team volume of 2,000. You get paid the same as the director with an added bonus of 5% on your 4th level. It just kind of goes up from there. And then same thing with this. Elite. Once you hit elite, things kind of change a little bit for you. This level gets paid on the 5th level, and your 5th level is at 6%. So now I'm getting paid 6% all the way down from the bottom up.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say like push down, so like when you have your 3 people, and say you find a 4th person, then you put that 4th person
underneath one of them.
Underneath, so that way they can push that person.
Yes.
Okay.
So the question was, if you have your 3 people and you enroll another person, so what do you do with that 4th person? Well, then you take that 4th person, and if you've already communicated with your top 3 and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do the business side. Okay, great. Then you stick them underneath there because now you're helping you and that person. So like, for example, Blue, with you, you are underneath Tina. So with Tina, she just starting out, she enrolled you and then we pushed you underneath her. So that way we're building her up. So it's a win-win for me and for her and then we'll do the same for you. So as people communicate with me on the team, I do not mind helping. I do not mind helping at all. I don't mind moving people around, but when you have 14 days to move that person, so they will stay on your front line, and then there's a way that I'll show you in a different training how to move somebody. But if you don't move them that first 14 days, they're there. And then that actually happened to me last week. I forgot to move somebody. It's because I didn't set up the reminder on my phone like I needed to remind myself to move that person. And that's okay. Now they're just going to be a fourth leg. And she's building, so we'll just build right there where she's at. That's fine. But, I mean, it happens. Every so often, if we need to move somebody, then we can ask doTERRA, but they're really big sticklers about that. We tried that with Leanne, and they said no. Okay. So Premier is you have to order $100 worth of stuff and have a $5,000 organizational volume. However, this is to include 2 builders who are executive. So this is where stuff starts getting tricky. So when I hit Premier, I had 2 people that were executive, also 2 of my legs. So those 2 legs have to be executive out of the 3 that I have, out of the 3 builders. I had 2 that hit executive, and then our team volume was boosted over 5,000. And what I did was I ordered a bunch of stuff for Rabbit Fest. Somebody's knocking at the door. Can you go tell them to, or look out here and see?
Just go around, tell them to go around.
Yeah, see if.
It's still there.
Well, I hear somebody over here on this door, I think it is. Is there anything, buddy, in the back there? Okay.
On that door right there, Drew? Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming. Thank you.
Sorry, my notes fell off. I have no idea what happened.
It was here just
Oh, is this okay.
Did you have one back here?
Have on this
I was trying
door.
to figure out which door.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, come to the table because you can take notes. We're going through the ranks right now. Let me find you a sheet of paper. Here, we give this to your mama. It's just a scrap sheet of paper for you to take notes. Okay, so on Premier, 2 qualifying legs. So whenever I say, hey, I'm doing a special, let's help so-and-so out on the team, it's truly to help so-and-so out on a team, because you might need that help one day just to get that extra boost, because if you can't afford the extra $200 and you're only $200 short of making rank, let's find it somewhere in the team. Let's help each other out, because ultimately we all are helping each other out. And it's nice to do things for nice people, because karma will come back and, be nice to us.
How are you doing the specials?
Well, I run them myself because I now get 30% back in points, which you probably are there now too. I usually use my points for the incentives that I give out.
Oh.
So nothing's coming out of my pocket. So Ashley and her mom generally has an incentive of some kind and pushes it down to the team, which Miss Dee Dee's part of our team as well. She's not necessarily on my team, but she's part of Ashley's team. So it would behoove her to take advantage of whatever special Ashley might have put out, which is, hey, if you buy a bottle of Breathe, we'll give you Breathe drops for free. Well, nothing comes out of Dee Dee's pocket, and you're like, okay, well, I have 5 people that just bought the special, Ashley. You've collected all the money. You placed the order where it needs to be placed in your team, and then Ashley gives you the products. Win-win. Does that make sense? It's kind of finding a loophole in the system, I guess, if you will. But to me, it's a win-win. So Ms. Laura Harris on our team, that's how she was introduced to doTERRA, was buying one of my Breathe specials. She was having horrible allergies. She couldn't breathe. We were just congested all the time. And she's like, oh, let me try the special. And she loves the Breathe drops. She's hooked on them. You can't get addicted to them, but you can at the same time.
Like the peppermint beadlets?
No, it's like a throat lozenge.
Oh, yes.
Yes, like a cough drop. So they're amazing. So when you see those specials pop up on the team page and or Ashley's team page, take advantage of those. Share it. Share it back out to your public, to your people, however, because if you see it on our team page and you're like, okay, we'll take that flyer that's made 9 times out of 10. There's a flyer that's been made to run that special, and it's usually a 24, 48-hour special, and that person's name will be on there, and then just share it on your Facebook page. And then you collect the orders, and then you give it to the next person, whoever, you know, invited you. So for like you two, it would be for me. For you, it would probably be back to Ashley. You know, so if you saw it on the Ashley page, or Ms. Paula, if she ran something, or posted something. So you just go back up the chain of where that is. So even out of town people, we can do the same thing. No problem shipping. Usually we just charge them $4 for shipping as a flat rate. And I have shipped plenty of stuff out. I have shipped stuff to the other side of Harder Heights because the lady we just could not connect on meeting. She's like, can I just pay for you to mail it? And I did. And that's okay too, you know, because people think in Copper's Cove we live so far away in a whole nother world, but we're not. Okay, so if you are an enroller, and an enroller is defined as you are the person that physically enrolled them, okay? And they qualify, you can use them for rank advancement. So 9 times out of 10, what I have been doing is I've been enrolling people underneath your numbers. So Blue, if you had somebody new today and you just were out of town and I enrolled them for you, I put your number down there. You can technically I could have put my own number as the enroller and you as the sponsor. But I don't want to do that. I want to set you guys up for success. I want you guys to have that opportunity that I didn't just push somebody underneath you and you're like, where'd this person magically come from? I only have one person like that on my team that was placed underneath me. So I don't get any advancements off of her because I have to be the enroller. Somebody else enrolled her. So I always, to be fair, because I think ultimately down the road, it would benefit us as a team better. Does that make sense? So I will enroll somebody and I look up your number because I have everybody's numbers in my tree that I can see my back office, and I'm like, okay, Blue's number is that. Blue is the sponsor, both enroller and sponsor, so then you get credit for all of it, and I get nothing. Well, I do, but you know what I mean. So you'll get the commission off of whatever they bought, you get everything. So, and then I'll just get the uni level credit for it. So to me, that's what's more important for me as how I'm running my team, and Ashley is pretty much the same way too. I'm not sure about Paula how to, you know, we do some trainings together, but I mean, everybody does their own things different. What I found out at Rabbit Fest is a lot of people, they weren't even from here, had just moved here, had bought like this $250 kit and have no clue how to use it. And they're like, well, they told me I had to buy $100 phone. You don't have to. They were told incorrectly because, of course, it would behoove us to do that because we would make the most money, but that's not a true statement. I have a lady that I talked to her yesterday on the way dropping Lauren off. Said, hey, I'm in a bad spot, but I'll call you here in a few minutes as soon as we stop. And I did. She paid $35 to get the wholesale membership. She got everything in the mail yesterday, and she was ready to order. She ordered $400 worth of stuff.
Oh, geez.
I went and looked later that evening, $400 worth of stuff, and she's not mine.
Wow.
Yes. So, but I enrolled her under that person's number, the whole 9 yards, got her all straightened out, and she didn't, or she bought, I think she bought a little purple diffuser from me, the little tiny one, and yeah, yes, and then the membership, and that was it. And a month later, this is what she's doing. So you never know, because nobody ever knows what anybody's time is or where they're at in their place financially or whatever. So if they can only afford the 30, then do it. That's another person on your team.
Yes.
Because that one girl that she went to with Young
Right.
Living said, oh, well, if you just buy this $200 kit,
Right.
then you can buy yourself post now. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah. If you do.
She has MS.
Yeah.
She's really trying to find
Right.
people that will help her with
So
that.
to me, as I tell anybody that I've ever come in contact with, it's not about money for me. It's about educating and sharing and empowering. That's what it is for me. That's my why. So everybody has to find their why as to why they're doing this, you know, and then you share your own stories and stuff like that, and your own testimonies, if you will, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, that kind of stuff. But yes, you will definitely need to, of course, if anybody buys a $2,500 kit, that's great. You're going to have a nice fat paycheck. But if person can only do 35 right now, which is 45 and some change with tax and shipping, because it comes with a nice booklet thing, then so be it, you know? So that's how that goes.
Question.
Yes.
All right, so if I have, because you know I'm really into this.
Yes, you're very branded. Yes, me too.
I said the same thing, like, go ahead.
So ask your question. I'm gonna repeat it because we're recording and there's people online at the same time, just so you know. They can't hear you over there, but go ahead.
Okay, so I had two individuals. One was, it was a mother-daughter. Both of them are very interested. One says she wants to travel, so there's some different products she wants. The daughter says that she's interested in business. Someone told her she needs to start and go with something. So the way I looked at it is, okay, of course I would be the one enrolling both of them, but I was looking at it as the daughter enrolling her and then the mother going underneath the daughter.
Yes.
Would that be the best way
Yes.
of doing it?
Yes.
Okay, because it gets her started.
Yes.
Okay.
So the question was, is she has a mother-daughter that wants to enroll. So, and one wants to be a user and one wants to be a builder. So in doTERRA, we have three: users, sharers, and builders. So she would enroll the daughter as a builder, and then she would enroll mom as a user and place her underneath the daughter, because that would already start her off with one of her builders and only needing two more. So that would set her up good because mom will always order from her. So you would get a commission off of the second level, uni level. We went through uni level commission. So there, each level has a different percentage of how much money you would make. So you would get commissions off of mom too. So that's why it's important to keep building your roots and your foundations down and keeping your foundation stable. Okay, so silver and higher, they don't go too much into it from what I could gather. But basically, because once you hit silver, you're considered leadership, and your monies come also from a different point. So silver and higher is considered leadership rank. This is where you'll start seeing commission checks for $1,500 and up. The silver has 3 elites on separate qualifying legs. It is possible with careful placement in your structure to achieve silver with a total of $9,000 organizational volume split into 3 separate legs of 3,000. So if you remember, to hit elite, you have to hit 3,000 total. So with that, hold on, I got someone texting me from the class. Okay, someone's gotten booted, but they're trying to come back on. So if you do that, if you reach, so I have one really close to elite. I have one that hits elite almost every month. And then I just have a really crazy third leg that is just all over the place. So I'm trying to fix that, because in order for me to hit my next promotion is to have 3 elites at the top. So, and then let's see. This rank gets paid on all 7 levels. So 7 down, so anything that's even like level 8, I still only get paid the 7th level, which is 7%. So that's pretty good. The ranks of gold and higher work just like silver. As you go up in rank, the number of qualified legs in the rank must be increases. I think you've got the idea now. Just use the doTERRA compensation plans sheet, which there's a link for all of that in here for you. Okay, no idea. That one does look like that. Okay, so I have no idea why this looks like this. If you look at the compensation plan, all the levels are little upward arrows. I'm not sure why this is not. Okay, so basically what this one is saying is that once you hit, let me see what Alyssa's saying. Try restarting. Technical difficulties. Okay, so I'm going to try to play the video, and hopefully it plays for the people that are online. If not, I mean, we'll get to see it. And she does a really good way of explaining it, and hopefully we'll have sound from the TV. So I'm not sure. This is my first online face-to-face class, so I'm excited about that.
All right, everyone. Today I was asked a question. I thought it was a great question about dynamic compression and how it works. And so I thought I would just do a quick little homemade video here and try and explain it a little bit to see if I can make it make sense. So I'm going to assume that you already are familiar with the compensation plan, how all of that works. And so this is just one component of that. So just to kind of clue you in on all my little abbreviations, S equals silver, which is paid on 7 levels. P is premier, and it's paid on 6 levels. E is elite for 5 levels. X is for executive. It gets paid on 4 levels. And I'm just using a W for wellness advocates that are just placing orders. The circles don't necessarily mean anything. It is really irrelevant for the purpose of dynamic compression as to whether they are having an LRP or not, other than the person that's getting paid. And so I'm going to assume that you already know that. If you don't, you can ask me questions later. So everyone is assigned a level. And so at the top of this one, there's a gold, and they're on level 1. And I just put one leg, or part of one leg, on there so that you can kind of see how this works. So as you're looking at dynamic compression, you only get paid a certain level based on your rank, just like I said here. So this particular silver gets paid 7 levels down, so they would get paid down to here on their unilevel based on their percentage. But what happens if someone has more levels than that? So if you look at this premier, who gets paid on 6 levels, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels, and they only get paid on 6. So this person is just kind of hanging out there, and they don't qualify to get paid for that. So how this particular program works is doTERRA pays 7 levels on everyone. And so if you don't qualify for that rank in the case of this premier, this order, the commission on this order rolls up, and it'll continue to roll up until it hits someone who's qualified. So normally the premier would get that, but they don't qualify, so that commission would roll up to this silver. If this silver wasn't a silver and they were elite, and that does happen, then what would happen would be the levels they didn't qualify for. So they qualify for 5 levels. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These people are going to roll up, and they're going to roll all the way up to this person. So if you get your commission statement, you can look at that, and you might see it shows the levels. You might see something on your 10th, 11th, 13th level that you're getting paid for. That's why, because doTERRA pays all 7 levels, and it just compresses up. That's why we call it dynamic compression. It compresses up. It works another way too. So let's say that this person has people underneath them. And for those of you who are already familiar, a circle is someone who has an LRP or 100 PV or more. A square is someone who has 50 PV or more on their LRP. And a triangle is someone that's just ordering with not on their LRP. So if you have a silver here, and they happen to have a leg that looks like this, this person gets paid only 1 level. If you have a 50 PV LRP, you only get paid on your very first level. So they would get paid on this. And even if they were gold, all of these people are going to go up. And they're going to go up until they hit someone that qualifies for them. And so that would go up to your silver. So that's dynamic compression.
So did that make sense to you? I hope you guys online could see the video. So basically what it's saying is the importance of, it's important to make sure that you are qualified each time. So of course your goal is to make sure you hit your team volume also, but if you're like $100 short or something and you're seeing that, you should be working with your upline. Your upline should be working with you and say, hey, how are you doing this month? We only have 3 days of the month left. Where are you at? You know, and I can see where you guys are at. And then I'm like, okay, well, what do we need? What do we need to get you to your next level or to hit your team volume? And that's where those specials might start running at the end of the month. So I try to wait till after the 15th to look at my account to see what people are doing, because most people run their LRPs after the 15th of the month. It's just the way it's been working. So it's important to make sure you qualify so you can get all the money, so it does not bypass you and go above you to the next person above you. Make sense? Yeah.
Well, I have to still give them. So.
Yeah.
But you're saying as your team is building LRP for you to get the commissions that come to you, everyone has to have a certain amount of value going.
Your whole team. So between you and everybody that's under you, your monthly team volume. My monthly team volume runs about 3,000 or more each month.
Okay.
And then one time I hit 5,000. That's what helped me get to Premier. So so even at the very beginning, I think you missed some of the beginning of it, of like, even if it's just $600 at the very beginning of everything. But that's easy to do. I say it's easy to do if you have your 3 people. So so it's very doable. I mean, I've been only been doing this for a year, and have taken some time off for stuff for me. So so leadership pools, it talks about the 5th way, and this one's the one that I learned about, and it's probably because I'm getting closer to there. Leadership pools, you earn money. Anybody who hits silver rank or above, you get 3% of the total global volume and put it in the pool, and it's distributed based on shares. So once you reach the rank of silver to platinum, you get extra bonuses called leadership performance pool. 2% of the infinity pool is paid out to silvers through platinum. Silvers receive 1 share. Golds receive 5. Platinums receive 10. So as an added bonus, when you qualify for this pool, you also receive an extra share for the first time someone you personally enrolled hits elite, just to thank you for all your hard work. So that makes sense to me. I don't know if y'all are familiar with how the government used to pay some people is through a pool. But that makes sense to me. But as you get closer, then you'll learn more about that. And that's where when I took this class online through Facebook, is when I started learning about that. So yay, more goals to work towards for me. And you too can be that way too in a year. It's very doable. The other 1% of the Infinity Performance Pool goes to the Diamond Performance Pool. So once you hit Diamond and above, then they have their own pool as well. Basically what they're saying. I think the most important note that doTERRA is very different from other companies. They have unique business models that focus on sharing and helping people. It is often called a slow burn business, meaning you build slowly and then gradually build momentum. I like to think of it like farming, and you till the soil and then you plant the seeds. You carefully water and nurture them until it's time to harvest. So then you plant again and start the cycle all over again. Over time, it grows into something sustainable and amazing. So with everything that we've talked about and putting that as an analogy, does that make more sense for you to kind of understand how it's going and why I do the things that I do? It's because I feel like my momentum is now starting forward. As to where a lot of you guys are very new on my team, or who just decided, hey, I don't want to share anymore. I want to make money, and that's okay, and I'm here for you. So we've talked about the different ranks. Here are some of the average monthly income. Some of those numbers look unreal, but I know people at every single one of these numbers, and they're normal people like you and me for every walk of life. This also is from 2013. So you make more money now. So at a Premier, it says 852. That's about average for me, but when you hit silver and higher from 2013, it's even more. So it says presidential diamond, it says 91,281. I think when the little brochure thingies that came out, it says building with doTERRA, I believe it's over 100 grand now, easily, a month. That's just the monthly one. That's not the weekly stuff. So yeah. Any questions? No? Good. let me take this down to see if I can see Alyssa. Hopefully Alyssa can hear me. Wait, where is my, there I am. I see 2 viewers. Maybe Alyssa, maybe you're there. It doesn't tell me who the viewers are. I'm not sure why. So how do I go back? Settings, capture, Q&A. Oh, turn this off. That's how we do it. Yay! Hopefully you can see me. Email me any questions that you might have.